Today's topic is about the mysterious science of pain. A lot of people think that pain is purely a physical sensation. However, pain is a biological and psychological, along with the emotional sensation together. Let me explain this before you think that, oh, really, my emotions are also involved in the pain? Absolutely, yes. Understand something, pain is your body's communication with you. It's actually giving you the understanding of there is some sort of a threat that has been observed, either physical threat or emotional threat. The International Association of Pain talks about this, and it says that if your brain perceives that there is a threat in your environment, it could be physical or emotional, then your body is going to communicate it to you through some sort of a pain in anywhere in the body. Now, if you look at the pain, and it's an abbreviation of pay attention to the information in now. Like, see, P stands for pay, attention is A, information is I, and N is now. So, everywhere that, sorry, do you want me to start this again, or do you going to get this cut and redo this? Okay, cool. So, I'll continue wherever it is, then you can cut it off. Okay. Yeah. Uh, So the pain is an abbreviation of pay attention to information now. P stands for pay, A stands for attention, I stands for information, and N stands for now. So you see, your body is a machine that actually stores every single emotion inside. If you have not processed the emotion properly, then it's going to get stored in your body, in your brain. And every time there's an excess baggage in your cells, in your body, it's not going to be okay with the body. So body is going to tell you that there is something going on and you need to pay attention to it now. Your body is a chemical factory. It's producing so many chemicals. There are 80 to 120 chemicals produced in your body on every single day basis. And anywhere, if your brain perceives that there is a threat, an unpleasant experience, it could be emotionally, it could be physically, it's going to show it to you in the form of pain. Now, when there's a chronic pain in your body, any part of your body, if there's a chronic pain, you need to understand certain things about your body. Okay, if you divide your body into the four parts: head to neck, extremities, the upper extremities, the lower extremities, abdomen, and back. So every part of the body is associated with some emotion. Your head and your neck is associated with the responsibilities, with the decision making. And if you find yourself always confused, or if you find yourself that you're taking too many responsibilities for yourself, for the world outside, whatever it is, that confusion, that decision making, that entire responsibility is going to put a pressure on you. And because of that, there could be constant headaches, there could be migraines, there could be neck cervical issues, there could be sinuses, cold and cough constant. All of this could be the signs of you're not being able to process that extra pressure that's coming to you. Or the pressure may not be like, you may feel that, you know what, but I'm not doing anything, somebody else is making decisions for me, how can you say that there's pressure on me? Well, not making a decision is also a pressure. Understand something, action or inaction connected to that particular emotion is giving you that pain. The second is your upper extremities. Now, you see, where do you use your upper extremities? Evolutionary biology teaches us that, the human brain is wired with pain and pleasure symptoms. And particularly when we're talking about the pain, where do you use your hands? To fight with somebody else, right? So the upper extremities are all about fighting. Now, if you fight with somebody else outside, or you need to fight with a situation, or you need to fight with your own self, your upper extremities, the upper body is going to give you that pain. Your lower extremities, we use our lower extremities to run away. Now, what are you running away from? What changes are you not able to accept in your life? A person, situation, what it is, a long standing situation maybe that you're trying to run away from, but you're not able to do it. And finally, your lower body is giving you the pain. Your abdomen stores all the digestion, right? It's all a part of the digestion. And if you're not able to digest something in your life, then there will be some abdominal pain. Most often, fears and angers are projected from the abdomen. And your back is all about supporting you. So if you feel somewhere in your life that you're not supported, and that support could come from people, that support can come from money, resources, anything that you have. If you feel that you're walking on the tightrope in your life, you're going to get that lower back pain. Mid back is particularly to do with your ancestors, to do with your elders in the family, those whom you feel that are not supporting you. Now, when I say all of this, you must be thinking, really? And some of you must be spooked out by now that how does she know I have these issues? Now, there's a lot of research been done on pain and their implications psychologically and emotionally. In fact, your brain sends if there's a thought which is there in your brain that talks about there's some sort of a discomfort in your space. Now, what happens because of that discomfort is it sends the signals through the neurotransmitters. Your brain releases the neurotransmitters, the neuropeptides, that's a chemical part of your, there's a protein that is, that passes the impulse, that thought, to the body part. And in the body part there is a neuro receiver. A thought transmits from the neurotransmitter, travels to the neuropeptide, and then goes and gets received by the body part, and thus continue the chain of, your feedback loop of pain. And as long as that thought is there in your space, you're going to continuously get the reminder of that pain. Now, a classic example of this you would see is a phantom pain, right? If you know about the phantom pain, any person who's a part of the body is amputated, a lot of people sense that pain even if the body part is amputated. There's a reason behind it. If suppose that pain was there long standing in that body part, and even if that part is removed now from the body, still there are some sensory inputs and still there are some cellular memories attached to that part which are reminding this person of that pain which was there for a very long time. Now, most of the times people get, when I'm talking about this, and I generally talk this about in my workshops, and if you understand your major emotions that you're not able to digest. Now, we get certain emotions from the stress that we go through. There are three types of stress that every human being goes through. First is a physical stress, like you get hurt physically, you've fallen down, you get hurt by something, there's a physical injury. The second kind of stress an human being goes through is an environmental stress that could be toxic chemicals, viruses, bacteria, etc. And the third kind of a stress, which is most ignored in today's world, is an emotional stress. See, society and culture has wired us to look at our physical stress and our chemical stress and treat them appropriately. We seek help from the doctors to take care of them. But when it comes to emotional stress, a lot of us talk about mental health, but a lot of us do not even acknowledge the emotions that we go through on everyday basis. We tend to ignore them. We tend to deny, no, this is not the way I want to feel, so I'm just going to shut it off. Now, that doesn't work. If you shut off your emotions, you're cutting the communication that's happening between you and your body. And when you shut those emotions off, what happens is they get stored in your body. And if you don't look at them, if you ignore them, the constant ignorance about it keeps piling up the same toxic chemicals in that part of the body. And then you see the pain comes up. First, it'll come and go, it'll come and go if you do not address it, or if you take the medicines to shut that off. Then eventually it comes with vengeance and it becomes bigger and bigger and bigger, and then it turns into a full blown disease. And then you get into arthritis, rheumatoid arthritis, ankylosing spondylitis, so many of the pains and diseases related to these pains. That was basically a small communication your body was trying to make with you, and you cut it off either by ignoring it or by taking the medicines. Now, understand something, there are five layers of your body. According to Ayurveda, there are five layers of your body. Annamaya kosha, that is your physical body. Then there is a pranamaya kosha, that's your energy body or the breath body. The third one is a manomaya kosha, which is your emotional or your thought body. The fourth one is your Vijnanamaya kosha, that's your wisdom body. And the innermost is your bliss body, that's Anandamaya kosha. So here also you understand your body is not isolated from your mind or from your emotions or from the energy. Whatever is happening in your space on every single day basis, if you're not able to digest it or adjust with it or cope up with it, and you end up compromising, you're going to attract this pain in your body. There's a deeper connection between your anatomy of the body, physiology of the body, and psychology of the body. If the emotions are not dealt effectively, they get stored in your body, and then it starts aching at the various parts. You see, you must have heard these things like, your head is in a different position when you are confident or when you're confused. How do you look? When you're confident, you're holding your head up. When you're confused, you're kind of like thinking like this. Look at your spine, the way you sit when you're confident and when you're not confident. The Wonder Woman, the Superman pose, like, we all know this. The muscle tension emerges to create and maintain posture that keep you safe and aware of what's happening in your space. Or it makes you help you cope up with your situation, so it makes you ignorant. So everything that's going on in your body is a deeper connection to your psychology and the emotions and your feeling. Now, I just want to give you, before we wrap up, a small distinction. As I told you, there are different parts of your bodies, and every part has a different meaning attached to it. We can go deeper and deeper in this, and actually, even a 7 days program would not be enough to explain the pain and how every part of your body stores the pain. But I want to give you some cues to understand here. The right part of your body, if you divide your body vertically into half, the right side of your body is connected to your masculine energy. It's connected to the outside of the world, the actions that you're taking and not taking. So, if you have any aches and pains on the right side of the body, it is to do with the external world. Whereas your left side of the body is a feminine body, a part of you. Whether gender is not important here. You, both of us, all of us have, like, even a man and woman, all genders have feminine and masculine. So, right is about masculine and outside the world, and left is about feminine and inside world. So, if you have any aches and pains on the right side of the body, it is to do with what's happening in the world, which you're not okay with. And if there is a pain in your left side, then you're not okay with what's happening inside you. So, I want to leave you with this distinction and tell you to have a closer look at your pain and understand what exactly is going on there.